So I'm Becky, I'm from Stafford, I'm the Midlands. I was married to my husband, Roger, who passed away from melanoma 3 years ago.
And how did his journey start?
So his journey started back in 2017. He had a mole on the middle of his back, his spine. Went to the doctors, yep, that's fine, nothing wrong with it, but I referred to a dermatologist. Unfortunately, everything went wrong for Roger. And then, from then.
Right. So when he had it removed, obviously
Yeah.
he had a lymph node check. What stage was he?
No, so Roger was back in 2017. They didn't do that, so they just removed it, and then he had the wider local incision. Had that done, and that came back clear. And then he just have 6 monthly checkups for 3 years. So already the process has already changed.
Yeah, it has, isn't it now? So
Yes.
If he what stage was he?
He was stage 1 then, and the size of it, I'm sure, don't quote me on it, it was 0.7. So the chance of anything coming back or happening from it was very slim, so he's very unfortunate.
Okay, and then moving forward from there, if you fast forward to when?
Yep. No problems up until 2019. Me and the family were emigrating to America with Roger's job. Randomly, Oscar went into hospital, my son, he had appendicitis. Roger got home, laid on the sofa, and he had a sharp pain in his stomach. Thought nothing of it, went to the doctors for tests because he was in agony. And then he was diagnosed in August 2019, a month before we was leaving for America. So I sold the house, living in a holiday rental.
Wow, I remember that conversation with Roger, because you were both so excited, wasn't you, to go in there?
Yeah.
And everything was ready to go.
Yeah.
And that diagnosis came along in 2019.
Yes.
What happened from there?
So 2019, we then had to move in with the in-laws, Roger's parents. He then luckily he found Christie's because we had slight problems. Although yes, we were private through his job, they weren't taking him seriously. He was just waiting a week, MDT, another week for another little decision. We couldn't find anything. And then luckily he found the melanoma community, and they pointed him in the direction of either the Christie's in Manchester, which is only an hour away from us, or the Marsden in London. So luckily he found Christie's, went there, had some more scans done, and then he had to have his lymph nodes removed in his not his groin, superinguinal lymph nodes, which are just higher up.
Higher up.
Yep. He then went on to immunotherapy and was having that for a year. Sorry, it's a year, 2 years. What's the word? Preventative therapy. He got 3 months all clear the day we went into lockdown, 2020.
Okay. And then from there?
So then he got 3 months all clear. We had to then put the emigration on hold because we needed his medical team in Manchester. We got 6 months all clear, and then his oncologist said, the longer you get clear, the less chance of it's coming back.
Yeah.
So then we put the emigration back on track so we're now June, I think August 2020, but we couldn't get into America because the borders were closed because of COVID. So we obviously was waiting, but unfortunately for Roger's 9-month scans, it came back.
It came back?
Yes.
9-month scans?
Yes. So that was September 2020. Sorry, it's a long time ago, just trying to think what's happened. So that was 2020. His immunotherapy, he was on IPI and Nivo. They weren't working, and it was spreading. He was waiting to go on to clinical trials. Things just kept getting in the way. Time was going past. It was spreading. And then in March 2021, he went on to a different medical clinical trial. That didn't work. He had what's it called? I can't remember what it's called. Do you know where they take out your tumour? TILs.
Yeah, TILs.
He had that. He had some of the tumour taken out to put forward for TILs, but they didn't take enough and they couldn't take any more. Again, that was still a clinical trial. And then in March, he went on to his only hope was, it was either chemo or something his professor wanted to try, which wasn't out in the outers yet, and that didn't work.
And then from there, did he pass away?
So he passed away in July 2021.
And since then, obviously, you've been campaigning, like, literally, from the day
Yes.
he passed, and I know you only literally
Yeah, through Roger,
because
yes.
me and Roger spoke on Instagram
Yeah.
thoroughly throughout this whole journey, and obviously he shows so much courage through the whole thing, and he always used to say to me, never stop, Lisa, never stop.
No,
And
never
I've
stop,
got
never
in
stop.
the back of my head, just, don't stop
Yes.
doing it. So, but you're the same as me, aren't you? You're literally all the time campaigning for, like, getting it out there, melanoma awareness and stuff like that.
Yeah.
How do you think you, after losing Roger to melanoma, how do you think people around you have been? I mean, this is going to be, I think for everybody, this is going to be a really tough question to answer, but how's people around you reacted to that?
It's a mixed bag. So some friends have been having skin checks, all thanks to Roger.
Yeah.
I've got a friend who's gone down to London to have a skin check because of Roger, and I think she has to have a couple off just as preventative. We've got a mixed bag of friends. We've got some friends who are sun worshippers.
Yeah.
They are now putting on more sun cream, but still sunbathing.
Yeah.
So
It's a mixed bag, isn't it?
it is a mixed bag. I think some people take it seriously, because like when you say melanoma, they've got no idea what it is. It's skin cancer. Oh, well, you just take it off. You just cut it out, but that's not the case.
Yeah.
And
that's the stigma attached to it. It's just skin cancer, isn't it?
it is.
Yeah.
I think unless you know somebody affected by it,
That's the problem.
that is a problem.
Until
People
you're
understand,
affected,
but people still don't.
No,
Because
still don't.
people don't understand. There isn't any education in this country. They don't understand what sunburn is.
No.
I think they only think sunburn is when you're burnt and blistered,
Yeah.
not when your skin's gone red. Because to me, when your skin goes red, that's sunburn.
And what tips would you give to anyone moving forward to be sun safe and anything like that? What would you say to people out there that are not aware of melanoma, and what advice would you give them moving forward to be more sun safe?
So to me, it'd be like checking the UV levels.
Yeah.
So from March to October, especially now, it's UV's medium at lunchtime. So we all need to be wearing our sun cream.
Yeah.
But it needs a lot of education in this country. But I know there's so many people, you're just telling them about it and you can see their eyes rolling. You know, oh my God, here she goes on a bandwagon.
Yeah, yeah.